Namaskar. Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. Should we fill nitrogen in car tires? That is the question, and that will answer using the ancient wisdom method. Mainly, three questions are asked. One, is filling the car tire with nitrogen advantageous? Air, which is anyway 78% nitrogen. So what does filling full nitrogen help? And thirdly, if it is so advantageous, why don't car companies themselves provide tires which are filled with nitrogen? So we'll take it one by one. First, the advantages. If you fill nitrogen, it runs cooler. So the wear and tear of the tires is much less. Secondly, you get a better mileage because of this. And thirdly, it reduces rusting of the rim. And fourth advantage is it takes much longer time to fill nitrogen than in case of air. It also leads to less wear and tear of the tires. Now we come to the second question. Air itself is 78% nitrogen. Then why fill nitrogen? The point is, rather than questioning what you are filling the tire with, we have to see here what we are removing. Because the 12% in that air, it consists of water or water vapor, oxygen and other chemicals. So in presence of oxygen and water, the mixture of air is corrosive. When you are filling pure nitrogen, that corrosion part or corrosiveness part is gone because we are removing oxygen as well as water. This is the advantage of filling in nitrogen. Now we come to the third part. If it is so advantageous, why don't the car companies themselves give tires which are filled with nitrogen? Before that, we will see what are the problems we are having with having nitrogen in the tires. One is it is not widely available. Second, it doesn't mix with air. So if you have got 3 tires which are nitrogen filled, the 4th tire also has to be nitrogen filled. Otherwise there will be unbalance. Now on the highway or anywhere else, if you see that the pressure is low and you want to make the pressure up to the standard rate, then you cannot fill up with air if the tire is already having nitrogen. Nitrogen and air do not mix in that sense. And if you put in air in some of the tires, that tire is going to be unbalanced as compared to other tires. So you got to search for a nitrogen outlet. And now, because nitrogen outlets are not widely available, this becomes a problem. So whenever you have to reduce the pressure or increase the pressure, nitrogen availability has to be there. Now we come to the first question, why not manufacturers? Here the interesting thing is, manufacturers will do only those things which give them either marketing advantage or profit advantage. In both of these cases, the tires are not made by manufacturers. They are made by somebody else and they are fitted on the car. So those tires getting filled with nitrogen does not give specific advantage to the manufacturer. He cannot even claim higher mileage because that has to be tested at regular air pressure and not nitrogen pressure. So he cannot claim any advantage, he cannot claim any profit, he cannot claim any marketing advantage. On top of that, having nitrogen in the plant is difficult, costly. Also, not only will he have to have nitrogen in the plant, he will have to make sure that nitrogen outlets are available across the way and with dealer also, and every dealers, every showroom, because once nitrogen, always nitrogen. So this the manufacturers don't want to go to, whereas air is freely available, compressed air in any of the companies, because it has got 100 other applications. And lastly, but not the least, filling up nitrogen for a Gorilla Glass fitted on top of it so that the screen is saved. If the Gorilla Glass is so advantageous, why does the manufacturer themselves not provide it? They don't, because there is no marketing advantage or there is no profit based advantage, and the Gorilla Glass itself reduces the visual effect of the mobile to some extent. So they give you the mobile, some manufacturers even ship Gorilla Glass with it, but they don't provide mobiles fitted with Gorilla Glass. What goes for Gorilla Glass, same goes for nitrogen. So we have answered all three questions. Yes, using nitrogen is advantageous, but because nitrogen is costly and not widely available at present, and it does not make appreciable difference for a regular or for a normal user, that is why nitrogen is not being used. But nevertheless, it is always better to use nitrogen in place of air in car tires. That is from ancient wisdom. Namaskar.